Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of ExcaliburCCGTV. I am Chris. My co-host Buzz joins me this week. We are here to talk to you about the great comics hitting the shelf for May 6th, 2015. As always, we are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. So don't miss out on great comics because you aren't here in Shreveport. You can get them as well in Texarkana. You can always find out what's going on with us at our stores at ExcaliburCCG.com. Hey, thanks for pressing play. We really appreciate it. We have broken 600 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for all of our listeners on iTunes and Stitcher, thank you for listening. We really appreciate that. Come by and subscribe to the YouTube channel because this is where this all originates from. So
tell your friends.
Exactly. Tell your friends. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it regardless. Hey, Free Comic Book Day. Tell us what you got. What was your favorite pick? What was your favorite haul? Tell us in the comments below what you got for Free Comic Book Day because we want to know what you got, what you thought, what was your favorite. What was the best Free Comic Book issue that you picked up for Free Comic Book Day? Moving on, guys, we've got a couple of new number ones, some more stuff to talk about with Convergence because that's still going on. Our favorites, and then a doozy of a question of the week for this week. Let's dive into some new number ones. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. Secret Wars number 1 hits this week.
Boom.
This is Marvel's event now. We've been dealing with DC's event for the past several weeks now. Now we get to deal with Marvel. The events from Avengers and New Avengers, Jonathan Hickman's run on those titles has culminated into this Secret Wars number 1, where the regular 616 Marvel Universe is now facing off against the Ultimate Universe, and only one is going to survive. Plus, this launches into our Battle Worlds, the additional Secret Wars tie-ins, and everything else that's going to be going on. But this is going to be Jonathan Hickman, Assad Ribic. It's going to look gorgeous, and I can't wait to read it as well.
Does look fun. The other number one we're going to talk about this week is Roche Limit, Clandestiny number 1. If you read the first series, this series takes place 75 years after the first one.
Yep.
Crew of military and science personnel are sent to the forgotten and desolated planet on a mysterious expedition. And they quickly learn its dark secrets, and it's not what they thought it would be.
Exactly. Apparently, this was a breakout hit from last year.
Yeah.
And I like the model that they took because it was a miniseries, and now they're doing another miniseries because people actually want it.
Oh yeah.
You know, they don't want an ongoing that ends at number 13. You know, it's just like
Marvel restarts everything anyway.
I know, seriously. So why
not just make it a miniseries, Marvel? Spider-Man miniseries.
Exactly. A notable issue for you to pick up. If you guys read Batman Earth 1 Volume 1, you'll know that it was a great book by drawn by Gary Frank and written by Jeff Johns. And Volume 2 hits this week. Batman Earth 1, the hardcover Volume 2 hits this week, still by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. We get to take a look at Bruce Wayne, Batman in this universe, in this type of story, which is different than what's been going on. Earth 1 is different, but we get to take a look at even more characters from the Batman mythos in this hardcover. We get to take a look at the Riddler. It's also going to star
Harvey Dent,
and Killer Croc is going to be in this as well. And in this world, Alfred Pennyworth isn't Bruce Wayne's butler. He's like his head of security. Totally different little take on Alfred, but still very, very cool. And the art for the last one by Gary Frank was fantastic. It was awesome for every page that you got to look at. So don't forget that, guys. That hardcover will be available this week for you to pick up. Moving on, it's time for storylines. I love it.
Convergence.
Convergence definitely starts off. What's next, bro?
Convergence number 5. Brainiac confronts Telos, and the Earth 2 heroes are stuck in the middle. Get it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
I mean, what more can you say?
You saw with the events what happened in issue 4, so here we go. This is what's going on from that point forward. Moving on, though, we have several Convergence miniseries that are wrapping up with their second issues. All of these star heroes from the pre-Flashpoint DCU, and also most of these that we're going to talk about here are extra-sized issues. I don't know if they'll cost more because of that, or if there's still a set price. But look for extra pages because there'll be extra-sized issues. Starting off with Convergence Batgirl number 2, we get to take a look at the fate of Stephanie Brown as she battles Flashpoint Grodd and Catman. And is her real fight with them, or is it with Red Robin? So we get to find out in this issue.
Red Robin.
Yes, awesome.
Okay. Convergence Batman and Robin number 2. It's a Bat family reunion. Bruce, Damian, and Jason Todd. Oh, how the heads will clash. You know it. But it gets a lot worse when Batman and Robin have to fight the extremists. Who are the extremists? Buy it and find out.
Yes. This
is an extra-size issue, too.
Yeah.
So you know.
There we go. Convergence Harley Quinn number 2. We see Harley Quinn and Catwoman and Poison Ivy fighting against Captain Carrot and his zoo crew to the death. They went dark.
Convergence Justice League number 2. Flashpoint Aquaman versus the Justice League. How will it turn out? This issue will tell you.
Also, Convergence Nightwing Oracle number 2. We get to see the fairy tale story of Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon being together. They're trying to survive one more night, but they are facing off against the Flashpoint Hawkman and Hawkwoman in this issue.
Speed Force number 2. Wally West is trying to protect his kids from Flashpoint Wonder Woman and protect his city from crumbling. So, boom.
There we go. And Convergence Superman number 2. As we got to see in the first issue of this miniseries, Lois Lane is pregnant. And in this issue, Flashpoint Kal-El has kidnapped her and she's about to deliver the baby. She's in labor. So we get to find out, will Superman get to her in time, or will the Flashpoint Batman have to deliver the baby?
We can't make this stuff up.
We can't make it up.
Convergence Atom number 2. Ray Palmer battles extremist Barracuda. And he struggles with what seems to be the presence of the dead Atom, Ryan Choi. Choi? Wild Deathstroke waits in the wings. I mean, it's just all stacked up against the Atom in this book.
I know, they put him against Deathstroke.
And Extreme Barracuda. Extremist Barracuda.
There we go. So, there we go. Convergence Question number 2. We get to see Renee Montoya as she makes her final stand. She's trying to help Two-Face here, and they battle against the Flashpoint's Harvey Dent. And the big question is, will her world live on? We'll find out with this issue right here.
Titans number 2. Arsenal Donna Troy put against world-conquering extremists. But how can they do it while protecting Arsenal's daughter, Leanne? Extra-size issue again, folks.
There we go. There we go. And that's all your Convergence stuff for this week. This is the first week of the second issues. So we've still got more weekly issues to come for the next 3 weeks, plus the regular Convergence series that's been hitting every week as well. Enough of the new number 1s, enough of the storylines. Now we're talking about our favorites, the ones that we'll be reading top of our stack as soon as they come out. Buzz, what's the first one up for you?
Hulk number 16, final Hulk-size grand finale issue, the confrontation you've been waiting for. Hulk confronting Jen Walters.
Yes.
The She-Hulk.
Exactly.
Also, it looks like the Maestro may be in this issue as well. If you've been reading Spider-Man 2099, you saw that he did come back in time.
He did.
In the future.
I did not know that.
He did.
There we go.
Bad news.
Bad news. He's a bad news bear right there.
Great news for us.
Exactly.
It's
been a great story. I've been enjoying it as well. It's one of my favorites I pick up. Jupiter Circle number 2. Issue number 1 was good for me, a bit predictable, but it piqued my curiosity, and I'm still interested. And now we get to take a look here in issue number 2 of the fate of Dr. Richard Conrad, who's a superhero and a surgeon, but the FBI has found out his biggest secret and is blackmailing him with it. So now he's trying to be a superhero, still be a surgeon, and still try to keep his secret from his teammates as they try to save the world. So I'm looking forward to reading even more of this series.
Ant-Man number 5.
Yes.
The grand finale of the first story arc, the explosive finale. And who is Ant-Man up against? His very first arch nemesis, the pink monster guy. I can't think of his name at the moment. But if you read the Marvel Spotlight back in the day where he debuted with the Ant-Man costume and everything, that dude's back.
Yes.
The heart guy.
The heart guy's back.
And they used the heart from Ant-Man's daughter to bring him back. So
What?
yeah,
That's crazy.
it's personal.
I know it's personal. Up for me, Nailbiter number 12. Yes. That last issue ended with quite the ending, and now the media have arrived in this town, focusing on the Nailbiter. So where it's going to go from here, I don't know, but I definitely want to read it and want to find out more. So I'm excited to get this issue.
Amazing Spider-Man number 18.
Cool.
Parker Industries is in a bidding war to create this new prison to hold and reform criminals. And who does the competition hire to thwart Parker Industries? The Ghost.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Bad
okay.
news, yeah. And also the people that Peter Parker chose as the CEOs of Parker Industries are going to be in this issue as well. I don't know if that means anything, but the Ghost will be there. So
The Ghost will be
the
there.
Ghost will be there.
That's a classic Iron Man villain, if I'm not mistaken.
He was reinvented in Thunderbolts.
Okay.
With a cool new sleek, like gas mask looking costume.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Pretty awesome.
There we go.
Warren Ellis, thank you.
Thank you, Warren.
Thank you.
Last up for me, real quick, Descender number 3. This is a new Image series. The third issue's out. You should be able to find 1 and 2 at your comic shop. But we get to take a look at what's going on with Tim 21. The Scrappers, the bounty hunters and Scrappers that were after him are still after him. And then we get to find out even more about the events that led to Tim 21 being brought to this colony that he's at that's on the outer edges of space. So I'm looking forward to this. I've been enjoying the story so far and the artwork as well. Great combination so far. Anything else for you?
Savage Dragon's coming out, but nobody gets it, so. I'll just be talking to myself.
That's it. So, folks, listen. This past weekend was the release of Avengers Age of Ultron. Nationwide. I don't know why it was released in other parts of the world before it was here in the U.S. And that kind of makes me mad. But, moving on. It was finally released here in the U.S. this past weekend. Avengers Age of Ultron. Our question is simply this. Our question of the week is this. What did you think of Avengers Age of Ultron? You can spoil it. You can tell us your favorite parts. Tell us what you thought of the movie. No holds barred. Good, the bad, spoilers, non-spoilers, however you want to treat that, because we want to hear about it down below. Buzz, tell me one of your favorite parts about the movie.
My favorite part was at the end where the Vision finally overpowers Ultron and he turns into that tape deck and makes Ultron turn into that cassette and jump inside his chest and closes him up. End of story. That was the coolest ending to Ultron I think I've ever seen.
I couldn't have said
it's
it
like
better
something
myself.
out of Transformers.
One of my other ones, I like that one, but one of my other favorite parts was whenever Banner and Tony Stark were talking, trying to figure out solution to the problem that they were facing with Ultron, and Reed Richards showed up.
Oh.
And then shortly after that, it was Hank Pym showing up as well. And he was like, they figured it all out. It was just the whole interaction between Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Hank Pym, Bruce Banner.
That's what led up to the Vision knowing that he had the tape deck in his chest to stop Ultron.
Exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Hank Pym that came up with the actual idea. It was like, we play him out.
Right.
That's literally how they did that. So that was awesome for me. Just the combination. There was so much more that we could go on and on about, but we want to know in the comments below your favorite parts, spoilers, everything that you want to share. Tell us in the comments below. Let's have a fun conversation about that.
Oh, and at the end where Ant-Man steals the Ultron tape.
The
To
mixtape.
set up the new Ant-Man movie.
To lead us up from that and then on into Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Right.
So there we go.
Drax, what's up? Did y'all see him?
Peace.
Crazy.
It was crazy cool. So guys, that's our episode for this week. Tell us in the comments below what you thought of Avengers Age of Ultron. We want to know. And take what we said to heart, because man, there's some fantastic stuff that happened in this movie, and especially set up a lot of things as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. So guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe down below. The button's down there. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Check out our site, ExcaliburCCG.com, to find out what's going on with us here at Shreveport and our Texarkana store. Anything else to add, sir?
When he pushed play on the tape deck, it sounded like yodeling music, like from the Mars Attacks movie. It was the craziest thing ever.
It was.
And then it set Banner off and turned him into the Hulk.
Exactly. Every time.
Crazy.
Every time. So, anyway. So, guys, until our next video, be safe, take care, read some great comics, and we'll see you in our next video.
Leave great comments.
Yes, exactly. Bye-bye.